Hello, hello, my craft. I'm gonna put that out there while I find myself here. I hope you are all doing great. Say hello when you join. I wish I had like a dedicated internet post here in my office so that I didn't, it looks like I have wobbly internet. Maybe not. All right, one down. It's never easy, right? There I am. Good morning or afternoon, Barbara. How are you? I hope you're good. I'm gonna quickly dry this really quick. How's your week been? Okay, so I suppose the big news right now is that we are having a no shipping. Everybody loves their no shipping, and it's there right now, guys, till the 13th. Yeah. And Saturday the 13th is also our virtual crop. It's hot and humid. We are headed into crazy this weekend. And I think either Sunday or Monday is supposed to be like 100 degrees. I'm like, what? Jeff says, this is supposed to be cooler here. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Because I am. I really didn't mean that. To move us somewhere where it's hot. Fortunately, we don't per se have the humidity. So here's the big. Hop in. Get your stuff that you've been looking at. This is a great time to order cardstock because cardstock is so heavy. They really don't charge us. Right when I was doing the last Crafty clearance, the cardstock was close to 15% of the weight. It was really nutsoid how much, or 15% of the total. So just kind of a little on the nut side. So it's a good deal to order cardstock for the shipping that they give it to us at. Yeah, good news there. Okay, so we have our product of the month. It's super cute, you guys. That koala actually reminds me of one that we had in Close to My Heart. And I've been trying to, it was a Valentine's Day. I can't remember. Hello, Bernice. So we're going to play with that. I have some of these here, so we're going to look at some coloring things. But I'm going to set up 2 cards right now. Free shipping, everybody. Hi, Gina. Okay. These are the stencils that are available. One of them kind of has like a drafty pattern, you know, draft spots pattern. And this has dots that are kind of like your Swiss dot, but the dots are not all the same size. It's like 1 large, 2 small, 1 large. And there's not even a set pattern on that. So we have these out. I know everybody's into the Highlander cow. And I had some, everybody's class for May is out of the house. It left the other day. I'm gonna pull out some pieces. I actually was like some stuff that I was gonna do at my retreat or convention and then did not do. So I have a few odds and ends here that we're going to use up with our Highlander just so that we can see. So these are the kits that went out, our little Pooh Bear kits. Now Pooh is up to you. Susan did them differently than Pooh, and they're called Decal-Ups because these go in like this, and there is a die, and the die is on the list. I love me some Pooh. Okay, so let me put this over here where I can get to it easily. I'm nervous. There it is. So Tina and Bernice, how has your week been? Bernice, you're retired, but did you have a good week? Oops, I did and that's pretty. And this is that pine color, by the way. And I felt like the pine would go with any way we would color the animals. I wish they had a giraffe now with this. So well, these are kind of off-size cards, but I'll do this really quick. And I managed to lose out my my little sheet that actually made things a little bit quieter, but who knows? Well, here's another one. Always have one. You're packing for a craft week, a whole week, 100 degrees. That's what we're supposed to have on Monday, you guys. I am not looking forward to it. Okay. I was actually trying to figure out how I was going to mail these out as gifts because they're not quite normal sized. I always have tons of tape and tear, so we'll use some of it up. This is really an easy adhesive to use, you guys. I'm really sorry you're that warm over there. I never want to be that warm. Unless it's on an island with a great breeze and a cool ocean to get into. So let's see. So we're going to make at least 2 cards here. I did some prepping, I don't know. And I'm changing the basic design of the cards that were given to us. And I just came across them when I was getting a bunch of inventory done. And I thought that's what we're going to use so that I'm actually like using stuff and not throwing it out. So do you have to drive far, Bernice, for your friend's house? Oh, I miss being there too. I was actually trying to figure out a time to come back. And so Tina, you asked, and I did respond in the last video. You asked when the Crafty clearance is going to be. Crafty Destash is going to be July 13th through 15th. And barring, I mean, we're running out of people, you know, family to take care of, that kind of thing. So I'm pretty confident, you know, this date will be solid. It'll be past the funeral, and we did have a family vacation. You're packing for, ooh, are you going to both? In Fredericksburg. Isn't Fredericksburg in Virginia? Is that the one by the airport? Okay. So this background are created strictly through the stencils and a blender brush. You guys are all familiar how to do that. And you can see the different size dots on here. Put that up a little kind of see how they're different. Yeah, so that's a really easy way to create a background, and you can see I went lighter in some spots and darker in others, and I did it differently for both so nobody looks the same. And then we created these two strips, and to put, just kind of lay down on the card. I think they gave me a sample. Of course, we're going to change it, so I don't know that the sample is really relevant at this point in the game. You know, they do all this shrink wrap, which initially is really super nice when it doesn't take so much room, you know? But it's really not fun when you open it, because then it just kind of like falls apart after that. So this was sort of where we were headed in the classroom that we were at, but of course not what we're gonna do, because I believe in going rogue. And I have some of these, you know, we have lots of embellishments that are needing a home, so we'll do that. Hello, Dai. My tagging works. When you didn't show up, I tagged you, Dai. I don't know why you're not getting alerted. So this is what makes tape and tear so simple. You just do this, and that, you know, probably the hardest thing is like getting off the backing, and compared to red line tape, this is a breeze to get off. And then we're going to play with our little creatures. Now, unfortunately, on the product of the month, they did not create dies with it. I sure wish they had. That would have been really nice, particularly for these little guys. They're so cute. I love the penguin too. All right. A faster way to do this is to use, instead of using your fingernails, unless you have long fingernails. I do not ever manage to have long fingernails. I'm gonna just kind of go this on like that. So, well, as you guys get your kits, let me know, please. And the reason I'm asking is I needed the postage is slightly on the ridiculous side. This has to go this way on this one. Try it a different direction on the other one. It is almost up to $7 to mail that little kit to you guys if I want to put delivery confirmation, and about $3.50 to mail it. I want to do more of a crisscross. I gotta really angle that. See what these look like. See, look how nice that is. Just comes right off. All right. I thought I had I always have a ton and a half of these great little pieces of paper that I keep my hands on for doing sentiments. You know, they're like, whatever, but I thought I had a little punch here. I guess I don't. For those of you guys late. Yes, at least offer the dies for extra, like Close to My Heart did. Free shipping. Just a little news flash. Don't miss out, guys, because it can save your bundle. Covers your taxes, basically, in a nutshell. All right. So we're going to put those over to here, and we're going to look at our cute little animals, because this is where I kind of wish I might have done some of this ahead of time. Does anybody remember way back when, Sponge Dauber? I have a gray in here. That looks pretty good to be a gray. Let me pull these out. These are cleaned. Hello, Miss Scarlett. How are you today? Tina, how was your work week? Di, what have you been up to this week? Okay. Your Sponge Dauber. You kind of put that down so you can kind of see what your color is going to do. And then kind of come in here. This is a great way to do, shall we say, fast coloring. Did Levi have his graduation ceremony yet, Scarlett? I'm not worried about in the lines because we have to cut these out, right? The one thing I am going to be sad about is I do like this kind of spongy. I don't know. I can't remember if koala bears have this same color nose or if their nose is different. We're going to make this guy brown. And the snail, I mean, I was trying to think of what would be cute for the snail, but the snails here are kind of brown too. And this cute little guy here, the penguin, unfortunately, all penguins I know are brown, or all penguins that I see are black. Oh, this is dying on me. I'm going to have to get a new one. This is my go-to Spectrum Noir Black. And I'm going to do this Live Dangerously. And I use it a lot, as you guys can tell. So this is Sadness. So I have a backup. I have a backup in. What do I have a backup in? Shehan. So let's make sure this one works. Laundry dishes. Going through stuff. Okay, this one works. I think I've had about 6 or 7 different alcohol marker brands. And penguins have a little bit of orange on their beaks. I'm sitting here trying to think about our little pan, our koala. Does anybody know off the top of their head if the color of the koala's nose, if it's just the same color as their body? Now, I do know the Highlander cows. We're going to do their bodies and like the crumb cake and the tops of their heads in the pecan pie. That part I know. Highlander cows is. Alright, so we got 3 of these guys. I boo-booed, I smudged that guy, so we had to do another one. And after I get done here, I am going to go with my husband to go clothes shopping for, sadly, the whole, I don't know, any ideas for the snail? I just, maybe I'll do the cow and pecan pie and espresso, and then do the snail and crumb cake. And all right, so I'm gonna have to keep this straight. Pecan pie. This might be pretty good, actually. So I'm going to do the shell. Now this set is $5 with a $75 purchase. So remember that your $75 needs to be at the subtotal, so it's after shipping, handling, and tax. I think the snail's charcoal. Okay. We'll switch over to charcoal. Try it. Do I have charcoal? I have a basic gray. Let's try the basic gray. Okay, so let's go back to our little cow. And again, and I'm not too worried about staying in the lines because we're going to cut them out. And this just gives such a nice soft look without doing a whole lot of detailed anything for that matter. The nose I'm going to leave open. I was going to grab a pink. To do a more defined area, you want to make his horns. So like a little pink nose. Cows' noses are nice and moist, in case you haven't ever had a cow kiss before. Their tongues are very, very rough. So Sarah Grace is almost done with school. She has a final tomorrow, and it's also the last day of school. I was slightly shocked about that. Okay. Why they're doing that on the last day of school. Pecan pie over there. We need this. Okay, we're gonna do basic gray, which is a much, much darker gray than our koala bear is. It's black. Scarlett, are you saying that the koala bear's nose is black? Okay, so I need a really dark gray. I like that gray. I think I might have even liked that gray better on the koala bear. I'm going to show you how to do something on the... And we did the smoky slate on there, and I'm going to use the smoky slate on the bottom part of the... See? Isn't this fun? I know. You guys have a strange friend. Koala bear noses are black. Okay. Okay, got it. Now, I am using the edge of my sponge dauber. Ooh, look how cute that is, guys. So hopefully I give you an idea here, because sponge daubers are inexpensive and a fun way to just kind of make coloring a little bit less tedious, as you can see. I think he's cute. Okay. I am running out of places to hide. Grab my little cart here. And all else fails, bring out the extra surface, right, guys? Put this off to the side. All right. So we're going to use the slate gray for our little guys here. I do recommend that you start just like your blender brushes, kind of start off of where you're going to be. And this is also a fantastic time to bring in a white gel pen, and you can put little highlights on things. Now I'm glad we did the koala bear the way we did the koala bear. Well, hi Patty, how are you? All right, we have just enough smudge daubers to go around because I need Have you gotten this yet, Patty? This cute little guy? Okay. Look at him. And now we're going to grab our brown. Let me put that over here. Aw, our little guy is so cute. This is also a great time to pull out your liquid glass and make the little eyeballs nice and shiny. Oh, he's really cute. I like him a lot. And then I said I was going to look at some pink. I don't trust this is a good enough thing, but I don't really trust myself all that much with this. And I'm going to grab my Flirty Flamingo. I actually have Flirty Flamingo out here somewhere from doing something. Oh, and I need an orange for our penguin needs some orange in his beak and on his feet. Could be wrong about the feet, but... Okay, so we've created this. You guys have some ideas here. You can see how this turns out pretty okay. And orange. I'm going to grab Tim and Tiger. So this gives them a little color. All right, so now we're going to cut out a couple of these to make, whoops, a card, 2 cards. And then I'm going to show you. Actually, I should just show you now how to do this. All right, white gel marker just works great to be able to add some like highlights into here. Kind of see what I did there? Not anything huge, just kind of a little that they would have. Kind of makes the top of their nose a little shiny. Thank you, Dai Dai. Well, shoot, we might just get coloring done today. But you guys can see how easy it is just to take these guys and add a few little highlights. And everybody will be ask you, you know, how you did it. But I don't know why the white is such a big deal. Now these are the jelly rolls, and I forgot to grab the Stampin' Up ones because I am actually pretty happy with the Stampin' Up gel pens, which in my mind is actually a big deal because finding good gel pens is not always the easiest to do. But there, so you guys can kind of see. Has anybody used a white gel pen like this on creatures that you've colored? Stampin' Up also has some new scissors coming, guys. I always cut like things out of things like this. I do not like a big sheet of paper to try and cut from. We can decide which ones we like, and we'll come back later to do the rest of the story with our cute little creatures. I have this to lay out. I think he's going to look really cute on that. And I was thinking about putting the saying, "Hi friend," on this. Cutting a little, I had this punch somewhere that punches out like little tags. And I thought that that would be absolutely perfect for a couple of these. Well, two of the sentiments. It's like "Hi friend" and "Sending love" or something like that. That one's gone. I'll keep the rest of this because I can stamp some more creatures on it. Bring your sheet closer to the camera. Okay. Here I was thinking the koala bear's nose was like a lighter color. So that's the koala bears. These are the brown snails. And then our gray snails. Oops. Make somebody seasick doing this. And then we'll do our cows. The cows are the same. All right. And then our penguin. And our little Highlander cow. He's so cute. I agree with you, Tina. He is super cute. All right. So we have our cards mostly done. I will see if I can't get on. Let's kind of put him this way and put him that way. That way it's not sideways for you. Super fun. Yeah, he is a cute koala, and he reminds me very much of one that we had with Close to My Heart before. And I remember him on one of the Valentine's Day. So we're going to cut these out off camera, and then I will come back. So stay tuned, because I may pop up tomorrow and we'll finish these cards. So keep your eye out for me to show up tomorrow and figure out a way I can mail these guys to you guys, the ones that we make here. And maybe we'll be able to do a little bit more. I forgot how long coloring takes, but coloring with sponge daubers is a lot faster, in my humble opinion, than, yes, tag you too. Yep, I will do that, because it won't, yeah, if you don't, since we can't figure out why, I will definitely tag you. All right, you guys, love you all, and I'll see you sometime tomorrow. And don't forget, on Saturday is our virtual crop. You just log in to Zoom, and we sit and work on whatever you got to work on at your own home, and free shipping. I really don't want you guys to miss out on free shipping, because Lord knows I sure love it, so you guys have to. Yes, yes, I love these tri-blend from Spectrum Noir. I love them. I love having 3 colors in one pen. All right, ladies, you have a wonderful evening.